just fucking awesome. That is just awesome. Fucking always make an awesome entrance. I was looking left and looking right.
The voice there of Red One as he takes the boys into a right-hand turn and calls them into the next formation shape, where you'll see from 955 foot wide in wall, they collapse now to around 6 feet apart to form the shape of a space shuttle. Red One squadron leader David Montenegro is in his second year as the team's leader. He is a former Hawk instructor and Tornado F3 pilot. He first joined the Red Arrows back in 2009, leaving in 2011 before rejoining last year. In from the right now, get your arms ready for a big wave. This is the shuttle roll. Let's give them a big wave, everybody. The jets go upside down. The pilots can see from this point.
So impressive.
The space shuttle shape there is Red 2, who's the first of our 2 new pilots this year. He is Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt started his career as an instructor.
Wow, they look like a plane. Look at that.
Fast jet training. He then moved to the Typhoon.
It looks like a plane.
To the Tornado F3 in the air defense role, and then joined the Red Arrows last year, ready for this season. Front left now, you see another shape being formed. This shape was given its name back in the 1960s when NASA's Apollo program was in full swing, and it's meant to depict the lunar landing craft from the Apollo missions. We put it in the display this year to celebrate the achievements of Major Tim Peake and his journey aboard the International Space Station. So now, celebrating Major Tim Peake and Britain's latest involvement in the space program, this is Apollo. This next move, they do so with a very set cadence in their voices, the idea being the other pilots continue counting in their heads using that cadence. On the count of 4, they extend their air brakes, and on the count of 6, they retract their air brakes. That means they all drop back at the right rate to form this shape, which depicts the Royal Air Force's multi-role combat aircraft. I think you're seeing it displayed here later on. It's named after the Eurofighter Typhoon. So now in for the left, cameras ready with some red and white smoke. This is Typhoon. The second of our new pilots this year used to in fact fly the Typhoon. He's Red 3 at the front left wing as you see it now. He's Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor. Cy joined the Royal Air Force and became a Tornado GR4 pilot. He then moved on to fly the Typhoon, ending up as an instructor on number 29 Squadron, the Operational Conversion Unit, from which you will see in the Typhoon display this afternoon. Over to the right now, a new shape as we ready for a brand new manoeuvre this year, celebrating the Royal Air Force's fast jet workhorse. The Tornado Bomber Force has been on near enough continuous operations for the last 25 years, since the start of Operation Granby in the First Gulf War. So now celebrating the Tornado Bomber Force, in from the right, this is Tornado!
Awesome, isn't it?
This is really cool.
Of the 9 display pilots you're watching are in fact former Tornado GR4 bomber pilots, one of which is Red 5, who's at the front of the 7-arrow shape in Tornado there. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Emmett Cox. He's in his second year in the team. He's actually from New Zealand, but he moved to the UK in 2002 to join the Royal Air Force, becoming a Tornado pilot and then an instructor teaching basic fast jet training. Front left now, another shape is formed, the 3 aircraft on each wing dropping back to the very back of the formation at Red 7's wings. Normally the pilots have a very stable platform of in Red 1. Each of these pilots doesn't look at the jet only 6 feet away. They all have their own individual references on Red 1's jet. So now with the wings back 120 feet away from Red 1's jet, this is a very difficult shape to fly. Cameras ready. This is Swan. The back left of that swan shape there is Red 9. He's Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston. Joe is in his 3rd and final year as a Red Arrows pilot. His background started as an instructor on the Hawk T1, this version of Hawk. He then moved across to the Tornado GR4 and then on to the Hawk T2, the Royal Air Force's newest advanced jet trainer. Joe would like to say hello to a few people here today. So hello to Brad, Rosemary, Ethan, Charlie and Thomas from Red 9. Over to the right, the smoke's on as the boys form another shape reminiscent of the 1960s Royal Naval fighter, the de Havilland Sea Vixen, a twin boom fighter. Red 6 and 7 in this shape, depicting that twin boom tail. They come in for the right in Big Vixen, ready for the Big Vixen roll. Let's have another big wave on the seafront, everybody! Finishing Big Vixen on the far right as we look at it is Red 8 Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu is in his 3rd and final year as a Red Arrows pilot. His background started as an instructor on the Tucano. He was in fact the Tucano display pilot back in 2008. He then moved on to fly the Tornado GR4 with number 617, the Dam Buster Squadron, before joining the Red Arrows. But I think we're on a bit of a twist here, ladies and gentlemen. Red 1 is now starting the second part of our display with the full manoeuvre. So, we finished the first part where so far you've seen all 9 aircraft together performing close formation aerobatics. Well now, we're going to split down into sections of 2 to 7 jets with some more dynamic performing. Over to the left, the boys have formed the shape of Hammer, and at the front of Hammer are Reds 1 to 5. They're known as Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5, and at the back are Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9. Their collective name as a formation is Jippo. Jippo was the nickname of the gentleman who first led the back 4 aircraft when the Red Arrows started flying night shift displays back in 1968. So now, pulling up at 400 miles an hour, 4 times the force of gravity. Red 1 twists this loop towards us through 90 degrees. You can really see why this shape is called Hammer. Now get your cameras ready. We're about to start the second part of our display. This is the Hammerhead brake. Keep your eyes on the closest aircraft on the left and right. These are the synchro pair, Red 6 on the left and Red 7 on the right. They put their smoke on, currently perched at 1,000 feet. They're now max performing the aircraft back towards us, dropping down to just 100 feet above the sea now. Their closing speed is coming up to 770 miles per hour. So this is the synchro pair, Red 6 left, Red 7 right. They're getting ready for their first opposition pass manoeuvre. This is the opposition barrel roll. Red 6 calls turn. The pilots put full power on the jets, turning away from us now, pulling 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity. Everything in their bodies weighs 6 times more than normal, including their blood, which was to pull in their feet and out of their brains. So they've got their G-suits inflating around their legs. They're fighting the G-force by tensing their legs to fly the Cyclone. top, on the left descending from on high, chasing him down beneath, full power, cutting the corner, red 7 to get into line astern. Now look right, 45 degrees, 7 headlights coming towards you. Get down, says red 1. Let's get very ready for a huge patriotic moment. This is the Goose. Let's have a huge patriotic round of applause for Great Britain, everybody! This is the shotgun. Red 6 there giving the commands for he and red 7 to roll inverted and upright at various stages during the shotgun. Keep looking left now, you find Enid joined by red 8 for some more red, white and blue. White smoke comes on, ready for the revolution. Pilots, they're flying aileron rolls to roll the aircraft rapidly around its longitudinal axis. And now, look straight ahead. The synchro pair pulling up at 500 miles an hour at 5G. They reach a height of 7,000 feet. On comes the red smoke as they get ready to draw our famous heart here in the Sunderland sky.
Peek through the cloud.
A little bit of cloud in the way, red 6 and 7 meet at the bottom, hopefully to the top right. Here he comes, red 9, drawing a spear through the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, 6, 7 and 9 with their heart and spear. Left and right for the synchro pair, ready for their next manoeuvre, which we've changed the name this year in honour of an aviation legend. Captain Eric Brown was a Royal Naval test pilot and fighter pilot in the Second World War. He sadly passed away in February this year with a world record of the most number of aircraft flown. 487 different types of aircraft.
I didn't know that.
He was known as Winkle because he was a short chap. That was his nickname from when he was a boy. So in honour of an aviation legend, ladies and gentlemen, this year, these are the Winkle Rolls. Look to your right, 45 degrees to find Enid. Out in the distance to the right, 45, you've got Enid. Reds 1, 2, 3 and 5 form a box formation. Fifth jet is now rolling around them a dozen times. Here they come. This is the Twister. Getting dizzy with the red smoke on his red ball. He's one of the flying founder. Mike's in his second year in the team. He is a flying instructor. He then moved on to fly that Harrier GR9 and then the Tornado GR4 before joining the team. That's him finishing his 12th roll now, switching to white smoke to the front left, finishing that fabulous Twister manoeuvre. Bring your eyes further left now to find Jippo. On comes Jippo Smoke to the left. Reds 6 and 7 now roll upside down. There's no trickery here. Reds 8 and 9 match them directly underneath as they come from the left in mirror. That beep isn't one of the pilots swearing, it's in fact Red 1 pressing a tone button in his cockpit to allow the Enid pilots to put their air brakes out. And if you look to the left now, you see the 5 headlights of Enid coming in over the headlands. The inside pilots pitching up to the outside as they fly the rollbacks. Those synchronised rollbacks to the right. Keep your eyes in that direction for the 4 jets of Jippo. Jippo Smoke is on to the right. Synchro now roll upside down again. This is the corkscrew. Jippo in an escort formation. Look right now, right 45 degrees for Enid. Enid line astern go, says Red 1. The smoke comes on. They're now stacked top to bottom. Reds 1 to 5. Coming right, the following pilots use a lot of rudder to swing the jets out in a pendulum.
Sky's an awesome colour now, isn't it?
It's the other way around. Reds 2 and 4 on the left, Reds 3 and 5 on the right. We want to swap to our normal sides. So we do it like this. This is the slalom. Tightening, says Red 1 there, pulling to 4G with some more red, white and blue in battle as Enid finishes the coming towards you. And 9. Straight ahead, Reds 8 and 9 pitching up to roll around synchro. Cameras ready. Synchro roll. Ready for the Jippo break. That's him on the right with the smoke on. He's followed by Red 8. Looking left with the smoke is Red 6, chased down by Red 9. The 4 aircraft descend to 100 feet. Their closing speed is now 820 miles per hour. Cameras ready. This is the amazing Jippo Pass. now as they fly the Python. As they approach their final manoeuvre. This time, red 6 comes from the right and red 7 from the left. There's their smoke on. They're now closing at 800 miles an hour. They're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360-degree 6G turns. Get your cameras ready. This is the carousel. Around the front to switch to white smoke, what I'd like you to do, everybody here at Sunderland, is put your hands together for the synchro pair! 3 to head, immediate with red 6 ready for the swings, finale. Get your cameras ready. They're in a 7-ship mix and formation, dead ahead. This is the Vixen break. You've been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! There was some smoke on, so the other pilots can get